Yo, what's up gamers? It's Rand 6 days a week, and today we're gonna go over how bard songs work and the stats that will scale their duration, playing speed, and in some cases damage. Let's first get started with persuasiveness, which, along with regular interaction speed, is a sub-attribute of resourcefulness. If you're watching this video, I'm already assuming that you're familiar with regular interaction speed and how it affects the various dungeon interactables. So, we won't get into that here. We'll just be focusing on persuasiveness and exactly how it increases the duration of the bard's song buffs and song debuffs. As of now, each point of resourcefulness gives 1 persuasiveness until the first soft cap at 35, which drops down to 0.5 persuasiveness per resourcefulness, and then a second soft cap at 71, where the ratio then drops to 0.25 per. This attribute relationship is actually hard capped at 60 persuasiveness, but you'll need a total of 100 resourcefulness to get there, so I don't think you'll need to worry about that, even with the various resourcefulness gear that bards have. Now, how does persuasiveness translate to the duration of the song effects? Well, to start, let's look at this message from the last balancing patch. It states that the base duration of each song is now based on 15 persuasion. In other words, at 15 persuasiveness or resourcefulness, since we're at the 1-to-1 part of the curve, your song buffs and debuffs last as long as described in the tooltips. That also means that we can use this to calculate how much an individual point of persuasiveness will increase the effect duration of each of our bard songs if we divide the default duration by the default 15 persuasiveness. So, in the case of Ballad of Courage, each point of persuasiveness will increase the physical power buff duration by 8 seconds. I've gone ahead and listed all of the song effect duration increases for each of the applicable songs here. Do note that this is if you are playing with perfect performance, which of course you always should be. If for some reason this doesn't make much sense, just know that if you stack 15 resourcefulness, your bard buffs and debuffs will double in duration. Of course, this is most beneficial to Allegro and Accelerando, as it means your whole team can easily get 12 seconds of high attack speed and movement speed. Now, do note that persuasiveness is only important for the song player, since it determines the outgoing effect's duration, so it is useless for non-bards. Once a song is played, however, its effect duration is then further increased or decreased by the receiver's buff and debuff duration stat, which is ultimately a function of will. That's why in this example, the ungeared cleric with 7 resourcefulness is actually receiving a longer lasting buff than the bard, since clerics naturally have a much higher will. Now what about song potency, or strength of the song effects? Right now the bard has only 2 songs that can be increased in strength. That is the 2 damaging songs, Din of Darkness and Piercing Shrill, which scale with their respective damage types. So magical power bonus, additional and true magic damage for Din of Darkness at 30% scaling, and physical power bonus, additional and true physical damage for Piercing Shrill at 100% scaling. Every other song, like the armor rating decreasing song Shriek of Weakness or the resistance boosting song Harmonic Shield, will always apply their displayed values, no matter what stats you have. The last sub-attribute that we will go over is manual dexterity, which affects how quickly you play your music. It derives directly from dexterity at a 1-to-1 ratio and increases your song playing speed with diminishing returns as you climb the dexterity curve. Pretty self-explanatory there. The only real peculiar mechanic behind manual dexterity is that it will also increase your rate of channeling for any song that has a channeling effect, similar to how spellcasting speed increases the rate of channeled spells. So yes, Din of Darkness will benefit from this, as it increases the speed that the damage is applied, but Chaotic Discord and Peacemaking are penalized since their effective duration becomes reduced. Now, if you do play a lot of Bard, you'd have noticed that there are 3 songs that haven't appeared at all in this video, as they do not seem to scale with any Bard specific attributes, except for playing speed of course. They are the Song of Shadow, Unchained Harmony, and Song of Silence. Song of Shadow will always have the base invisibility duration of 35 seconds, which I'm guessing is a balancing change. Unchained Harmony just unlocks things, so no actual player effects here. And Song of Silence may be bugged, since it doesn't seem to be acting how it's described. If any of these things do change in the future, I will pin a message below, or even make a new video if it's something major, like a complete Bard rework. If you have any questions on what was covered in this video, please do not be afraid to ask in the comments, or find me on Twitch. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.